After that first, a little bit
Yeah.
shook after that game, but then they come back, as we've seen them so many times do, and just crush a game number 2.
Yeah, it was wonderful. I know I was telling you in the break, like, before this game started, I was hoping this wouldn't be a 2-0. Then Orange won the game, and I'm like, oh, I still hope this won't be a 2-0, because I want to watch these two teams play more and more Dota. They play absolutely superb. The plays from just these first 2 games make you, like, the more and more you guys at home play Dota 2, the more you'll understand just how these small little finesses the players have. It just excites us spectators. It's just so high level.
It is, and we see the heroes picked up in this game so far. We see Weaver, Lifesteal, and Chen. Pretty similar picks.
Does it seem like deja vu? It's
Na'Vi
exactly the same bands, exactly the same pickups from the team. I know the guys on the up on the panel were like, yeah, Lifesteal, maybe Orange can take it from them, but they actually had the option, and they said no. They said Weaver is more important, and they're going to take the bounty on it. So we do mix it up a little bit. Funnick, who played the bounty on the last game, now belongs to Orange.
And Bounty Hunter, these are pretty greedy picks. I don't say it because both these heroes need a whole lot of farm, but both these heroes, they really lack anti-push, and you're going up against the Chen, and you know this. And Na'Vi, they definitely know how to take, I said before, they know how to take your map and start using it. So
this almost feels like they want to force Na'Vi into a pushing kind of strat. And I think maybe Mushy has realized it when he bans out the Prophet. He realizes that, okay, these two heroes are great, but we still need to control our lanes enough. And Prophet's going to be one of those guys that would just control too much.
There are a lot of different things that we can see Na'Vi pick up in BO4, but what I want to know is what they're going to ban out. Because we still need a mid hero for Mushy, and we still need 2 supporters over on Orange. So is he going to target the supporters, ban them out a little bit, or is he going to just go and secure up the mid lane and OD a pretty solid ban?
Yeah, this could even be where OD and Razor both get banned out by, well, Orange could get involved from the party, but we already saw Razor in the last game. Surprisingly, not as effective as you would have thought.
Na'Vi played so well around the static link, I can barely even express it. They cancel it so fast. Whenever Puck got it on him, it was a split second before Dandy just jumped away somehow, either blink or with the orb. And he could just not stay close enough due to the track. It's a big thing that he was tracked all the time on Razor, and that makes it so easy for people to just run out of it.
Man, all right, Mushy. See him up on the screen right there. They're taking their time with this last ban. I think they're going up the same question as you. It's like, what are they going to ban out? Like, are we supposed to focus wall something again for the second game now? They take out the Storm Spirit, Lifesteal combo. Again, though, we're in the same position where Puck is available, and we still have the Queen of Pain available, and there's now 2 picks coming up from Puppey, and Rubik will be their first one. So we get Kuro's Rubik already up on the field right now, and this is like comfort zone. Like, this is that old chair which is sitting in your house forever that you never want to throw away. And that's exactly what this is for Na'Vi.
Na'Vi are in that comfy old chair right now. They have heroes that they all love so much. I mean, Havost on Lifestealer, Puppey on Chen, and Kurokai on Rubik. I don't know if you can more trademark heroes. Maybe Weaver for Havost during this LAN, but he has definitely played his share amount of Lifesteal in the past.
This now opens up a little bit for Orange. Like, you've already got Rubik, who's going to be looking for the major ability he wants is the track of the Bounty Hunter. Shukuchi as well lets you get in, lets you do damage, and more importantly, it lets you get in range for your telekinesis. So it gives initiation. It's like the best ability that you can see stolen from the Rubik. It's actually a blink dagger, like a blink kind of ability. So heroes like Quap. Yeah, we get the lovely Redhead coming in for Orange. I'm happy to see her.
And that makes it very interesting, because this could be a support Windrunner. I would almost say it most likely to be, but it could also head towards the mid lane.
Yep, mid solo.
As an offlaner, you already have your Bounty Hunter, so you don't want to put her down there. And Na'Vi, I don't think that he wants to pick up the Puck now. He's going to wait with the mid pick again, Puppey that is. Because if he picks something like Puck now, there's always the danger of the enemy going for a TA mid.
Yep.
He's going to go into the Puck, so Mushy is one of the best TA players in Dota 2.
You wouldn't see him pass it up right now, because if he does, then you know Puppey will ban it instantly as we go into the next phase.
Then again, if they do pick TA, they put themselves even more in that position that we talked about earlier. Having too little D push, they would have amazing fighting, just tracking down enemies and just chasing after them. But for the big 5-on-5 push from Na'Vi, I don't know if they would be able to hold it with a TA now.
My last question on this one too would be, who is Funnick playing? Because we don't have a hero for Funnick. Like, you know you're going to go up against a bounty hunter would be the instant assumption. So who would you want him playing up against that bounty? And can you even get the lane up against him? Because do you want to run Lifestealer, Chen, and Rubik on the top lane? The answer is probably not likely. You want to have, again, Havors in the bottom lane, Rubik and Chen having the ability to move out. We're going to go with a second game for SK, being the pickup here from Orange. And that does make it a little bit more difficult for like a runaway hero on that top lane. But right now, I'm looking at Orange's lineup. You got Shackle, you got Burrow Strike, you got Shuritos. Shackle isn't a certainty. Burrow Strike is a very short range in the early points of the game. And Shuritos is a mini stun. There's not a lot of control for an off-lane hero.
No, and I would say that Na'Vi being Na'Vi, they might just go into Amiran on the off-lane again.
Very good point.
He played amazingly in the first game. Even though they lost that game, that was definitely not by the performance of Funnick. And Orange, however, did have really quick and good reaction with just cancelling the Nightmare. When this game, they're not relying on that. They have other spells. They have just set up with Rubik, the Chen creeps. Even the slow of Lifesteer is pretty good for just landing simple, medium-ranged arrows. And it's a decent offlaner that they actually play a lot.
Yeah, I thought this would be a very fast decision for Na'Vi to take out that TA.
Yeah, I thought so too, but they're baiting it. I think that they are definitely baiting a TA pick because the anti-push is too weak for Orange. If they go for something like a TA last, then
it's going to be a rough lane for him. That rotation from Chen and Rubik has to come almost like, even at level 1. Like a smoke gank level 1 almost has to come out.
Maybe. If you kill on level 1 though, he's going to be immediately back. Because you always save for bottle gold and he's going to buy a TP scroll and come back to the lane. So the only thing you could have going for you is a little bit of experience and maybe a last hit on the first blood, which is huge of course. But Puck would still have to struggle. It's almost better to wait with the gank till level 3 or so, where you can really have some death time on him as well.
Maybe even snipe out that bottle and have ourselves slippery little suckers across the map.
It didn't work out too well in the last game though.
No, it didn't. There was a lot of commitment to kill couriers.
So much hate towards the couriers during TI.
And on the donkey one too, like it was the plain courier. Like,
yeah, let him be.
If it was Shagbark, I would shed like more tears. It's like, he's just so cute, you can't kill him. You're not allowed to kill him.
The next ban from Puppey is kind of interesting since he's running so much push as well.
Timbersaw will be the last ban. Are they really feeling that that would be...
I mean, Timbersaw is decent offlaner. Maybe they want to be...
would be good up against that here.
I think that Orange want to have their options open to go aggressive tri-lane, and if they do, they would have a bounty solo top, and that would be very sad against a Timbersaw. Timbersaw is quite strong against any melee hero.
10 seconds.
So quite a lot of thought going into this from both teams for sure.
Well, last selection from both teams. We're down to it. We need a mid solo for Orange, unless it's going to be the Windrunner, and we require an off-lane hero for Na'Vi.
Yeah, Na'Vi, they have been going through this pick stage pretty fast, so still have 70 seconds to go. They can really think now and make sure that they have what they want. You see the players talking.
Funnick just chilling on the side.
Funnick is like, yeah.
No one saw that.
It's just my hero they're talking about. It doesn't matter. I don't need
don't need to be involved. I was like, no. I'll get more farm if you pick him this. Okay?
Funnick looks pretty happy right now, though. A little bit. Yeah, okay, he doesn't care.
Just a stroke of the shoulder. We're going to get you to play like off-lane Pudge. Okay. Not a problem at all. Whatever works for you. He could almost take the puck as well. It's going to be an off-lane Tidehunter.
So, taking up a little bit of the niche from the first game there.
It's also a big hero to have. When you look at that offlane, we're talking about the inability to latch him off. One level up in Kraken Shield, Windrunner already has a hard time doing it. You've got this possibility for the Kraken Shell, you've got this big tanky watermelon basically walking on the top lane, and you want to try and kill him off when you got the damage output of SK, and if it is a support Windrunner, she doesn't really do a lot of physical DPS.
She doesn't.
And Weaver can chase him down, but it's still a lot of damage that has to be dealt to kill off that Tide. And that time, support could rotate it down. If there was a Hand of God or a Ravage, you may as well forget about it.
Yeah. And I really like what Na'Vi are doing because they picked up so much fighting heroes, Puck, Rubik, Tidehunter,
10
even though they have the push from Chen,
remaining.
that should almost be enough. When they go 5, their push is pretty strong,
5
and they have enough
seconds
skills to really fight against
remaining.
this. Let's pick up from...
Lone Druid. We'll get to see the bear for the first time here on the main stage.
That is greedy lineup.
Yeah. I get a feeling that this is almost, I don't want to say it was essential, but against the Hunter. Lone Druid will be capable of doing so. So if they want to, this actually, well, how does this change up our in the solo mid or?
Oh, this just means that when will be support, we see KYXY. He's probably gonna go mid with this. Lone Druid is really, really strong against Puck. It's annoying, really, really annoying as Puck because you have good damage, but against Lone Druid and his bear, you can't really last that well.
Yeah.
It's the same as laning it against OD, but Puck being even easier to lane against than the OD.
I'm wondering if they even think about doing lane up changes because of that.
5 seconds remaining.
I sincerely doubt it.
Yeah. Well, everyone's got from our last one, and Kuro will select. So we get to get ourselves inside the game and get this little puppy off until there is a pause from the SK. So Orange, I'm guessing there may, yeah, okay, so some settings to change up. Obviously, players still got to get comfortable. It's actually a really cool system they use here at TI3. Every player has their own hard drive. So every single setting they play with in the preliminary is all on the hard drive. Just pull a hard drive out, put a new one in, and instant bada bing, bada boom, you start your game.
Yeah, that's really, really good. When you have a long and big tournament like this, you don't want to have to change everything every single time that you go into a game. Just means less problem.
Everyone's always got their special personal settings.
Yes.
Like I was finding out during the first game, it's like courier button. Okay, not my courier button anymore. Gotta change that one around.
Yes, Toby, opening up the console and stuff.
Hey, it's the back ends. It's the back ends. Yeah, but hopefully their solution will come very, very shortly. Of course, want to give a big shout as well to everyone who is tuning in at home. It's an amazing turnout already, and this is only like day one of a wonderful 5-day event of the International.
I mean, we're finally heading in. We're kicking off the playoffs with this match, 1-for-1. What more could you really ask for seeing Na'Vi and Orange struggle like this against each
I
other?
could ask for more rares. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Everyone here is going to be picking up rares when the players do their signing. Get it signed off on little ID tags, and you can be picking up like special. Maybe like I saw Dendi at TI3. He signed a boob. Like you can just go from that.
Game, of course, is resumed up.
Yep. So we get to watch our lanes, and it looks like all 5 heroes from Orange, as well as all 5 heroes from Na'Vi, will be heading down to the bottom lane. So quickly through the lineup, it will be Funnick on the Tidehunter, Vorst on the Live Stealer, Kuro on the Rubik, Dendi as the Puck, and that leaves Puppy as the Chen. And over towards Orange, Ohio will be the Bounty Hunter, Mushi as the Weaver, Busnet as the SK, KYXY as the Lone Druid, and lagging just a little bit behind is Extinct as the Windrunner. And the Bears already scouting out Vorst, and Vorst, well, they give it a slap on the cheek. They might want to keep this damage going. Remember, that bear doesn't have recall up at that level 1. But Orange are almost trying to use this bear to bait them into a fight. And it just is not working for him.
And Na'Vi see it, though.
And they'll see Mushi as well, just running straight past him.
Yeah, there's no real disable to cancel him. And we saw an interesting stat there, that in this game, the heroes that Na'Vi play, except for Funnick, everyone is playing their most played hero throughout the last year. How is that for a comfort zone, Toby?
That's very, very comfortable. It's exactly what you want to look for when you go into a competition like the International. There is so much money, there is so much status and position on the line in this competition. You don't want to just come in and say, well, we'll play a hero we've never played before and just let's hope it works because strategically it's sound. You do something like that, oh, Extinct. You took the long walk around. He won't get trapped. He'll just have to walk
back
around.
in shame is what Kuroki says.
A Windrunner never walks in shame. She's a ranger. She'll put her head up high and say, I have a soul. Let's go play.
Toby?
I speak on behalf of all redheads.
So I want to look to this mid lane and really look how Dendi is going to be doing. Really nice aggressive play from him so far. Because it's important that he gets his bottle early, especially as he rushed Null Talisman. He needs to get many last hits here.
Actually, like a horrible lane for a horrible match for Ricasta to look at when you look at the lanes. Like you got so much potential for this Lone Druid before he look at Dendi, orbs up, jumps high on the on the ground, and he brings him down to 40 HP, forces the salve off, but KYXY knows how far he can overextend this, and then you got Mushi attacking on Funnick as much harassment damage as he can do. Shukuchi, every time you want to look for that damage directly towards the Tidehunter, and then follow it with a couple of hits, and then run straight back through him again. Force him to burn through his consumables. And Puppey, well, he's getting sick of being hunted by this bounty hunter. He gets himself an Alpha Wolf, but he's also got Ohio saying, would you please mind getting off my side of the river?
Exactly. Claiming his own jungle, pushing this 10 out.
He could do a lot of damage here. In fact, this is going to be a hell of a lot of damage, but at the same time...
he doesn't have the slow yet, so if
True.
he was level 2, that would be a different story. But
Yep.
right now, I just like this Windrunner sanking off lane. That's... that Orange are running on bottom. It is very hard though to last hit against the lifesteal. He has really, really nice damage on level 1.
Yeah. But they have to do it tough, man. They'll have to do it tough. All lanes have to do it tough in this.
Yeah.
Dendy's almost got his bottle. 100 gold away from it. KYXY. Oh, Dendy, you gotta be careful, man. Now Bear's almost up to level 3 won't really matter with a recall, but once that entangle is a possibility.
Oh yeah, once he hits level 5, this lane changes a lot. But even just every single level that goes towards the Lone Druid makes the last hitting easier, more damage.
I want to watch it. You watch for First Blood. Because
Yes.
this poor little courier, you know it, you know it, it's
yeah.
too fast.
It's already a flying courier, so it's...
He was walking and have a chance for it, but it's not, so he doesn't have the chance.
If it's walking, it's very easy to just walk in and kill it, and Bounty Hunter has spent so much time just walking around like this. He doesn't have a single point of experience. So Orange, with their super greedy lineup, it kind of forced Bounty Hunter into a weird spot.
Interesting to see already. Smoke movement. Puppey thinks about moving in. In fact, the line's already been drawn up by Kuro saying, yo, Puppey, let's not go straight. Let's loop ourselves around. It looks like there's an agreement between the two to do so. So they'll move back past the Rosh Pit, and they're looking for KYXY with Dendy. This could definitely be our first blood right now, but they've got to get their timing right. They'll have to run underneath the tier 1 tower, which means control of aggro of the tower, unless they can bring a creep wave in closer. And Dendy's positioning, he's been aggressive pretty much through this entire first part of the match, but there's a level of aggression which already flags a warning bell. The spider sensors start to tingle for KYXY in the mid. And Dendy, there goes the orb. It misses, but now they're in close enough. He walked out of range of the tower. Telekinesis, pick up, throw down, and then there will be enough damage. First blood goes the way of Puppey. And Na'Vi are off to the start they were searching for. They shut down the lone drawer in the mid, and this is going to establish Dendy's dominance.
Very patient gang, and seeing that damage wolf in the mid lane, maybe he felt safe that he would be ganked by a Chen creep from behind, but no, Chen and Rubik was enough.
And now he gets to return to his lane, but it's not going to be a fun time. And like Ohio, this is the problem we were talking about in the top lane too. You want to try and bring down a Tidehunter, but he's got 760 life points. He's got a very thick skin with the 3 armor on him. And they're trying to attack with an entire creep wave, Mushi diving past the tower, in fact. Shukuchi damage, and then Anchor smashed up. Loses a large portion of that damage. Funnick's just bottling back up to full life again, so he can spam out his Anchor smash, and damages again on Mushi while getting last hits. And Mushi, he's gonna be really cautious about this. Funnick will just continue to take away a lot of his life points, chasing him into the tree line. Maybe now Mushi wants to play with fire and this place water.
She is really just playing behind the enemy lines here. Has to run up and get into a little bit safer position. If Rubik and Chen came in, he would have been in a very awkward spot there.
How's the bottom lane looking in the meantime? Like a Vorce I'm seeing in down here with like 12 for 3. It's not really that great, but Windrun's only got 15 for 9. And for the last 2-3 minutes, we've seen Puppey and Kuro not even involved there. They're supposed to be revealed. Ohio's right behind him. Dendy with the dream call. Again, they look for KYXY. Nuke on down, pick him up, throw him down, and that'll be another kill. Dendy had to phase shift out the damage from the tower, as well as Ohio. They turn around. They've got the Chen. They're looking for Ohio with Dendy still behind him. He's got a rift in a couple of moments, but they cannot kill what they cannot see. And they'll have to move back past the tier 1 tower again.
Yeah, very nice dive though, didn't lose anything. Na'Vi's still looking really good. 2 attempted ganks, and both times it was successful.
Overall though, the advantage is not as high as you'd think for a 2-0 team. Like it's 150 experience and well,
it's
about
2
750
heroes.
gold.
Chen and Rubik, 2 heroes that gang together like this, they commit a lot of time just walking away and trying to find a kill. That's time that they're not farming, not getting any experience, so that's when they fall behind again, but the kills really matter. Towards this mid lane, He's doing really good now.
It's like Ohio, who decides no lane belongs to anybody. He wants to go everywhere and anywhere. Moves down to the bottom lane. Horst, once he gets this level 6, even any kind of rotation from this bounty hunter to get a kill won't work. They'll spot a haste rune out, and that will be swiped. Wow, Dendi. Well, he's already got his bottle up and running. Also with 1,000 gold up on him. This Blink Dagger is definitely on track. And Ohio, he's searching for Puppey. He really wants Puppey. But then again, I'm looking at someone coming in with a hell of an ultimate. And he is staring down that lane.
Yes, this mid lane. 1-2.
Can they see him? They can see him.
Yeah,
they ping it
saw
off
him, yeah.
the sideline. The bear caught a glimpse.
Very close.
Especially now they have a bounty and walk straight in behind him, but Ohio doesn't want to go anywhere near that unless he really has to save a teammate.
Tower is under attack.
They just hold back, and Mushi in the meantime, free time on top lane. Are they going bottom lane? Okay, Extinct. Kuro will pick him up, throw him back down again. There's no steal, the shackle won't latch on a Vorst and Kuro, but Net comes through with a burrow strike. Extinct, quick salve. Wasn't enough life points to survive. And we've got the Chen Creep trying to get close enough for a stomp. Open wounds in 3 seconds time. Vorst also has Infest, so he doesn't care how far he dives on this. In fact, he almost wants Net to turn around and then open wounds. There's already the Orb and the Infest damage. Centaur Stomp pulls him out of the Sandstorm. And Puck will pick up the kill on the bottom lane.
They saw Bounty Hunter as well there. Fade time on level 1 with Walk or Shadow Walk.
They've still got Ravage on this bottom lane. Orange should be nowhere near this tier 1 tower. Absolutely nowhere near it.
Middle tower is under attack.
I'm almost wondering too if it's going to be worth Funny picking up a very early gem. Just throw it on him during these fights. Initiating on Funnick is just going to make the rest of Na'Vi survive so much longer during these engagements. Ohio, he's waiting for the deny. Fortification actually makes this a little bit harder, especially when he gets hit by the orb as well. And now it will be, well, just aggressive movement to ensure the last hit.
I think that the mech is really key. They need to hit that pretty early, and Chen hasn't been farming too much. I still believe he will be the one to pick it up. I almost feel that he should just go into jungle and start farming it up. Now get that mech so they can really start 5-manning. Because when you have Tidehunter, when you have Rubik, and even a Puck, these are the heroes that you just want to train with. Take all the towers and then play out from there.
At the same time though, they got to keep presence in the lane. Mushi is free farming. 49 for 8 for him on that top lane. The only person who's closer to him is 42 for 13 on the mid solo. Vorst is 23 for 4. He needs time to farm, but they just took out a tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. It's going to allow the creep wave to go deeper onto Orange's side of the river, and that's probably the reason why we see Vorst in the middle lane now. It's the only place where he can get safer farm without running the risk of just dying or having to use his infest as in a defensive manner.
Yeah, look at the gold on Dendi right now. So close.
Blink Dagger in 30. And that's gonna be...
And that's for mid lane against Lone Druid. That's a horrible lane for Puck. Like, it's not good at all. Level 1 he played really beautifully, abusing his higher damage. But then it was really the coordinated ganks. We talked about it, the early rotation from Chen and Rubik. And it just helped so much with that mid lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Funnick having a little bit of fun with the attempted Dire pull to a beer can. But now Denny does have this blink, which means a jump into a silence on Mushi. Won't allow for that level 6. Dream Call as well. Ravage to be committed. Mushi couldn't time lapse in time. 5-0 in favor of Na'Vi.
The bear coming in from behind, trying to deal damage.
It can pray for an entangle, but when you've got a Windrunner who's also looking for a good shackle, 3 heroes to base, they got so much life.
Bringing down the Weaver there, using 2 ultis for it, it's totally worth it in my mind. Of course, Tidehunter has a long cooldown, but at this early in the game, he's still really strong just with his Anchor Smash and just being able to walk in. He has a nice mana pool because of Magic Wand and Bottle, so yeah, I definitely think that's a good and easy gank they went.
I'm liking the rotation as well now. So Mushi comes into the middle lane for Orange. He needs to also make sure that Vorst doesn't have a free time. He's the strongest hero in Orange that can do such a thing. While on the top lane, it's going to be KYX. I'm hearing an Infest. It's him. Yeah, okay. So Dendi, who also took the haste rune from bottom lane. If you're waiting for the jump on, there's Mushi. Hold him in position. Time lapse available this time around. They don't have enough control for it.
Oh yes, very low level on his Waning Rift. Normally you might go for maxing that one out, and then he would have twice as long of a silence, but can't kill Weaver in that 1.5 seconds.
Extinct is looking for the shackle. You can see him just holding in the back lines. Mushi doesn't have a lot of life points because there's the troll trap. I mean, the troll trap being available if they can find someone, but right now, Orange, okay, they're bringing more support in. They're bringing in the SK as well. As many people as they can get in here on the front lines. Bounty is so close to his level 6.
So close.
He won't have it for this fight.
A lot of people close to it, really. See Sanking really close, Bounty Hunter, Rubik. Rubik definitely wants his level 6 so badly so he can steal the Shukuchi or even the track.
Yeah, Shukuchi at this point is probably going to be a little bit more useful for him.
Yeah, for him, but then again, if they have a good fight with track, that could mean so much as well.
Yep. Well, Bounty, who does he want to go on? He was right next to Kuro. He could have got that hit off just then. But still doesn't want to really risk it too much. Notice 2 KYX1, not even, well, I want to say it's not even the greatest time on that Soul Blade, but he's trying to go one-on-one with Funnick.
He's building into a mech on this Lone Druid. It's a really... Oh, Rubik sniping off with the puck ulti. Seems that he used just a goal.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah,
is
a
under
little bit too
attack.
far out of range. And that means Tier 1 tower goes down.
Dire's middle tower has
But that's a
fallen.
long way to be out of position right there.
Tier 1 tower and another kill on Mushi. 6 for 0 now on Na'Vi. I like the erratic EXP grab this game. Just shows you how they've been playing. Moving around for ganks, finding a kill.
And down, we got Puck, he went top lane. They just jumped straight in with the Infest and Lone Druid picked up, throwing down and killed. Very, very quick movement for him.
Another hero going down, that means that the top tower is now in real danger as well. Low HP, I don't see how Orange could hold it.
It's just kill the tower, kill the tower. Best way to play. And this is with a lineup which, like the pushing power of Na'Vi is actually quite minimal.
Yes, push power is low, but having a Chen in your team, you still can push. But he's still only level 4. Like, it's not the Chen that's pushing, it's the playstyle of Na'Vi.
Fortified.
Right, so 13 minutes in now. We lose another tower.
In tower, it's gone really low. Seems that Na'Vi will just sack it, but they have a Centaur coming in to defend.
The lone Centaur to hold them off.
Roaming Centaur.
He's the tower without outside deny range though, so there's no problem for Orange as far as claiming that. Their only problem is the fact that all of their Tier 1 towers have already been claimed. Garsh on Extinct is just harassment, but every single Tier 1 tower of Orange is gone, and they haven't claimed a single one back here. And this is a team that in the last 2 games claimed the Tier 1 towers first. And they are really looking to fight this. Sentry wards go down, they assume there was a bounty hunter in the neighborhood, but it's not the case. Well, he is, just not that
I'm
neighborhood.
feeling that Orange lineup is so bad at playing from behind, they would need to get the advantage in the early game, but against Chen, against Navi's playstyle, these early ganks mid as well, it forces the issue so early on, and they're not really ready for it. Weaver still only having Aquila and Treads, he's not ready to fight this.
Nope. Proms now in for Lifestealer. This Bear's just trying to scout out, but at the same time they've already got the track up on Kuros. They can perfectly see where Na'Vi is trying to set up here. And also a very good job by Ohio, keeping himself secret after he cast that track, so Kuro was unable to get the seal, because if they knew where Orange is right now, they would, well, have a lot more insight into where they want to gank up, and they're going to find Net right around the corner. Funnick is in pretty deep right now, lets off the gush. SK trying to hide, but silenced up. They've still got the Bear in the middle of here, Centaur with a stomp. It holds Lone Druid, big shackle there from Extinct, holding the time in position. Mushi trying to focus on Puppy, now with a Ravage to pop, and then Puppy throws out the nuke. Shuri toss from Ohio will be able to snipe him off, but Denny in the meantime, he is really making the most out of this DT. They pick up another one, buyback by the Weaver. Extinct Kuro, he's so low on life. Extinct able to snipe him out.
Gosh.
There it goes. Funnick gets the kill, but Mushi is still in this fight. Up,
And he still has his DD rune. It's been so huge for the entire fight.
and Mushi is going to be killed. If he dies again right now, after buying back Burrow Strike. Nicely done by Net, but the silence, it stops the ability to cast off the Ravage with a power shot. Dendy, one more hit. He does go down. Big sprint will be taken off from the Windrunner. And now Na'Vi will be forced back away from the Tier 2 tower.
Na'Vi all forced back, and two kills went away of Orange in that dive, but still, just Na'Vi showing how strong they are right now. Ern finished up on the Rubik. Almost a full Blink Dagger as well. Look over to Tides Gold. Funnick has definitely found a lot of farming. Talked about comfort zone and how Funny was the only one who didn't play his most played hero, and I don't believe I've seen Funny play Tidehunter offlane too many times at all. But
No. Makes me think of the old Hannah Montana days. And Funnick,
Yeah.
as well as Ohio, man fight in this bottom lane. He's waiting for the Janata to come off cooldown, also to snipe out a rune, where the rune will
Yeah.
spawn on top as an illusion.
Funny, even out of his comfort zone, being 3-0 and free, he's doing amazing. Being sent home now.
He's got
He
Blink
has it.
Dagger. The problem is he's tracked up right now, but looks like he doesn't care. He'll buy out the Blink Dagger even when tracked.
He'll just buy it, they will go. He can't hide the Blink Dagger for too long. Maybe he could have found a surprise initiation, but he's just gonna go with his team.
And they look at, like, I won't say the opposite, but the opposite big team fight initiator for Orange is Net. And he has nothing. Like,
It's so hard to land a good epicenter when you only have boots and literally no other items, like a magic wand and a gauntlet. Doesn't
Dandy
help.
wants Bushy. Jump in. Already with the Suns. Burrow strike! Wasn't enough when Avos was raged up. He almost claimed the double on him. But still, Bushy going down very, very quickly. That's the
Even with
only way to
that-
kill a Weaver.
Even with that beautiful stun from Sand King, it's just an immediate kill.
Yep. And this should be a tower, maybe even a bear. That's worth a lot. There's still a cooldown for 20 seconds on it. First a collapse from Puppy. Okay, the bear will be fine. There's still a lot of prep tracks, and who's that little bit back? It's Net.
As trying to do a
Radiant's
positional
top
play
tower
with
is
Sand
under
King.
attack.
But they got 8 seconds until Weaver comes up. They could still defend this tower. It's going to be risky to do so. Weaver's up, fortifications available, and they say...
And look
They
at how
say no.
Navi are pushing. It's like they push by just putting 5 heroes on the tower and hitting it. And they
Yep.
keep in so good positions and have the team fight heroes that Orange can't really contest them. Normally you don't get away with pushing in this manner. It's like a weird kind of push.
Now we had just under 18 minutes of Navi already want to breach on tier 3 towers. It's ballsy play from them because there's a lot of support. Blink down. He's going to find Ohio. And the rest of Navi back up. All they want to do is find a pick-off. And they might be able to. Dandy is normally the one to do so though.
They will have the Puck ulti very soon. It's up in 2 seconds.
Now they keep going on even Burrow strike that was sold by Kuro. Now you Weaver bugs. Able to get a quick latch. But still, Orange are keeping them at bay.
Infest is ready again as well, so they could be making a real blitz play here if something happens. They could just jump in.
I want to wait until Puppy's track's worn off, or actually no, it doesn't matter.
I don't think he saw him there. Puppy was behind the tree line, so I don't think they saw the infests. Might have realized it happened.
It's
though.
gonna be pretty easy when you realize Lifesteal is not in the lane anymore. But you know that jump will be coming. But they need to know an angle. Like
Look
at
for
this
Mushi.
point, Ohio, like he's coming from the high ground. You've got Mushi who's trying to come in through the low ground.
Yeah, they have so many
Radiant's
invisible
bottom
sneaky
tower
heroes
is
trying to walk
under
around,
attack.
but
They put the dust. They found him. Ohio with the gush. 10 will nuke him down. This is their opening. Possibly a bigger one. They're going to try and pick off the bear. That's 300 gold right there as well. And Lone Trooper will have to resummon. But 120 seconds on the clock. Blink and Rat. Danny right behind. Double on the silence. Puppy's going to get stunned up as well. Burrows right back through. It will be the death of Funnick. But they've lost 1 for 2. Rubik's on the way out. Koro Soul Epicenter. Goes right in the middle of them. But he still will lose his own life at this. That bear is still fighting strong. And buybacks from Ohio. Remember, fighting off with the bounty hunter is a hell of a lot better. And Avos, he's in range of the sentry ward. The orb. Chen able to get that final hit off. And now the nuke onto Mushi. They got sentry wards everywhere. Time lapsed out. The bear wants
like
to
a
die.
healing ward for Vorst, just hitting this bear.
This is a huge loss to the... No, he's okay. But they've got to heal up this
And he
bear.
might go for it. He's gonna... Oh, he could maybe blinking, just kill it.
That's over a minute cooldown on that bear if they kill it. Meanwhile, the back end of lines, Mushi, silenced up, orbed up, killed up. Puck will take it, and the bear nukes. 1 minute without bear. They've lost their Weaver for 36 seconds as well. Buyback is not available for him. In fact, no one on Orange has enough money to buy back.
And they have Urns and Mana Boots coming in now with the Rubik and Tides back in the fight.
Does Bounty really want to get on this? There's the gush up on KOAXY, but he's just basically a walking mech. And Kuro, he just stole Epicenter again.
Oh, again.
A fresh Epicenter, not even Sandstorm being used by Net in the break. And then Blinkin already with the orb. He brought in a Vorst, Funnick, Anchor Smash, and while Kuro channels the Epicenter, walks in, he'll get himself in range of KYXY. Come on, gotta finish him off. Pick up, throw down. That's Kuro gonna work again. And they do get the kill with the Fade Bolt. Dendi, 29 HP. The track is on him. The attack from Mushi will get the kill, and the track onto Kuro. There's double track kills in favor of Mushi, and they don't lose the mid-Rex. This is what we've seen from Na'Vi in the past. Overcommittal, free monies.
It's a little bit overcommitment diving into a tier 4 like that, but they are also finding so many kills playing like this. It's 20 for 8, but they need to be careful not to throw away too many track kills into Orange, because dying when you're this far ahead in the EXP is really not a good thing. It quickly evens out the EXP graph.
Especially when you have heroes that are involved in everything. Like you check out like 6-2-13 for Dendi. That is his stats right now. He's been involved in all but one of the kills, and even then he was probably in the neighborhood. And then he got 3-0-11 on a Vorst. Finds a kill here or there, but he always gets that infest damage when he jumps in with Dendi.
They're just playing really tight together as a team. That's why we see the numbers being so high. I mean, 5-3-9 as well on Rubik and 3-1-8 on Tide. They're just really participating in everything. And what do we have now on Lifesteal? He has 2.8k gold. Probably gonna go Basher again, as he did in the last game.
Still waiting for Mushi to get, like, obviously he's 2-6, it's really rough for him, but we have to look him as a huge damage dealer. And now I'm hearing it, just jump in, Gush, Anchor Smash, and a Vorst is just like,
Tower is under
They
attack.
did get him.
Yep.
Beautiful infest damage.
Had to wait for the wind run to wear off. There's a big push on bottom lane. Double wings as well as the Sata. They'll push out that tier 2 tower, and little to nothing's gonna stop this. In fact, no one really wants to stop this. Net's in the neighborhood, but if he comes out this far, he risks dying.
Yeah, they really need to get the mana up on Funnick. Only 200 mana right now, and he needs to be able to blink, Gush, Anchor, Ravage, all these things.
Oh, Burrow Strike evaded by Dendi. Goes out of phase shifted out. The mech charge will keep him alive. And now the Ravage in from Funnick. And with the Anchor Smash as well, they get one kill. Tied. Now double kill. Hayways were able to TP himself out. And Mushi went into the Na'Vi team. And they maybe rethought his position.
And I'm looking at Kuroki, man, and he's 1500 gold. If he gets his blink dagger as well, it's just never gonna stop these blink initiations.
And then you got 3 or 4 different targets to worry about. You've already got Ty blinking, and you have Denny blinking, and you have Kuro blinking again, and then a Vorst in all 3 of them. The only thing we're missing right now was a blink on Chen. And you've basically got 4 different targets that a Vorst could be using.
It seems that Na'Vi will wait a little bit now. They took all the tier 2s. Seems weird to say that they will wait, but look over to Vorst, and what he's doing is trying to farm up a Hyperstone because he has all the other components for Assault Cuirass already. So they only need to wait to finish that AC, and the push will be so much easier.
Just so rich. Just so rich. Kuro, blink, is done.
Yeah, he got the last hit on the tower, so finish it up really early.
Yep. And Dendi with Scythe of Ice, almost.
All these key items.
Yep. And Orange, like, you look for their key items, and we got Bear with Boots,
Mech.
Calling Blade, and Stout Shield, and you got Mech up on the Bear himself. And then Ohio, like, got Drums, Phase Boots, but no big damage dealing items, trying to build into a 4-star for the Windrunner, but still, like, another 1,000 gold away from that. BKB, the choice for Weaver, but Mushi, another 1,650 goldish away from that.
Now we see the pings coming out from a Vorst. He's like, just let me farm a little bit more. I almost have it.
They want bears. They want bears. They cannot get bears though, unless Bear turns to fine. Then they can take bears. And in fact, Dendi got the bear. Phase shift, orb out to safety, and resummon again from KYXY. Another 300 free gold going the way of Dendi, and that is actually a Scythe of Ice.
Yeah, he's gonna hit.
And full AC. Full AC is up for a Vorst.
IAC is finished up, and now
Oh, they blink. They look for Extinct. Telekinesis up from Kuro. He got it. He's got Burrow Strike stolen as well. If you want to hold him there, maybe Burrow Strike on the dead corpse. Yeah, he's too far out. This is going to be a huge loss. 96 seconds. He's got to get it back. He'll be successful. Tied. 14 HP it drops down to. They will still take the tier 3 tower.
It survives, but it doesn't have a lot of items anyway, so it's now we can still just keep going.
Yep. They'll look for the mid-ranks again. The double tornadoes keeping him out. Bleed to Ravage. And the silence. Orange pop and call the GG. Na'Vi are into the winners bracket semi-final. And the first team here on the main stage to claim a victory. Not the easiest one in the world though. It was forced to 3 games.
Yeah, Na'Vi, they do a traditional Na'Vi win in a best of 3 series. I don't think they know any other way to win it. It's always lose the first game and then win 2 games by a large margin.
And the first time, man, like they say, they win in this kind of in this kind of style. But this is the first time they've won since 2011 up against Orange. And what a game to do it in. You do it here at TI3. It's the biggest prize pool we've ever seen. And there's so much pressure. There's